the stress.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag a bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 380. Mike 51.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Strip the ball. Wait. Strip that ball. Kill.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Set. We're okay. Round 80. 43. Watch the out.
Throwing on second and long. Rivers in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, hold it.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Set, lady. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Blue 60, 22. Alert 3.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Red!
On second down, Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 24. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 4 down.
Rivers now. Henry's got it out on the left side. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Flowers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right on the 30. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen. To your team again, they've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
At the 50-yard line.
Red 80. 58, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, 54. Here we go again. 53. Ready. Check 59.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Rush 11. Rush in.
Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike, 190. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Stay there. 180.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our field. It's our field.
Here's Rivers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Willer's going to try and sneak it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Ricky. Stay 50, stay 50.
Stafford on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
3 down.
59! Monday.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Middle.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
Set, 180!
Pick it up. Man left. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
53, ready!
31's the mic. Target.
Again, it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Able to find the rookie Travis Fulgham. A very solid gain of 27. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
30, 280.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 84.
Stay 50. 31.
Check, 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 check.
On first down, it's Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, fly low. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up third down and 13.
Ready. 180. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, give me your radar. 31's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball. 59. Convert. Check 52.
Now Stafford on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now second and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Check.
They go to Johnson again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, pick your game up. Hey. Hold. Hurry up, get set.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This is fielded at the 7. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for the Lions.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice complete.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run, 53 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
50-50.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Rivers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Set, 280, drill right, 22. Know your job. Switch.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
And middle.
Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
65, give me radar.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
50 set. You waiting? I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 40 got. 40 got.
Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Give me that ball. Hey, 70. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Stay there. Stay there. Block 11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rivers to throw it. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit and try to protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Set. 280. Alert. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Drill right. 22. 21. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Show it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Rivers now to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Set, waiting. Double tap, double tap. 4 down, 4 down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Lions, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.